Well, hello, darlings. Welcome to my 2016 Christmas home tour. Come in. I am so glad you're here because I've been working so hard and I've done this just for you because I want you to see what you can do with Christmas decorations that you've done 1 year differently into the next year. I have totally done something different. Last year my decor was vintage and this year it's the cabin feel. So you know what it's like to be in a log cabin. So you're going to see fabric and you're going to see layers of fabric. You're going to see pillows, you're going to see stuffed animals, you're going to see all the things that would give you a warm, cozy environment. And I apologize that the fireplace is not on, okay? That's my husband's department. Alright, so in my next video, when I show you how we're doing on Christmas Day, then I will be sure to have the fireplace on. Alright, so come in and let me show you around. All of the items that you see here are items that I have used in a shopping haul, okay? And I finally got to implement them, incorporate them into my design scheme. So I want to show you just the details of it all because it's all these little details that comes together, incorporated, create such a warm, cozy environment. If you look at the doorknob here, I have this mitten on the door. I could have used a piece of wood like I did in another area, and I'll show you that. But just adding the fabric creates a real warm, cozy environment. The reef, this reef also in a shopping haul, this poinsettia from a shopping haul, this, basically everything you see here. I shopped the Goodwill store, I shopped thrift shops, Michael's, mainly the thrift stores to get my decor. Even the pillow I got from the Goodwill store. This I paid $2.99 for. I also got the Santa hat that goes on the chair from the Goodwill store. I got this little thing from the Goodwill store. Now when I bought this, it was really cheap. I think I paid $3. It was definitely less than $5 for this. And I really thought I got a good deal. But when I plugged it in, it didn't work. So I just put lights on it. That's all. Okay, so this garland I had for not too long, but I don't believe I got it from, I believe that was gifted to me. Okay, this I made last year. I just, threw it together just to coordinate colors. And I just add a string of lights on that. This was a picture frame that I was gifted, and I actually took a poster photo that I had from another frame and just inserted it in this one, okay? Because that kind of reminds me of the old house that we had. And all these items I basically got from some shopping spree, okay? So in the basket I have nuts, I have plastic wine glasses with a little silver around it, and pineapple, and I have my potpourri pot here. It's got fragrance in here and the house smells delicious. Okay, this is a live fire. Okay, in there. I do have candles around the house that are battery operated. Okay, so you'll also see this in a previous shopping haul that I did as well. And in here I hold, seasonings that I also use in my potpourri pot, and so there are cloves in here. And I usually just fill this with things that I can throw in there to add another scent. Now this is a curtain. I use curtains for my table dressing, okay, because I have not been able to find the type of curtains, the style that I like. So it's easier to either use a curtain to create that look or to make it myself. So this is a curtain, and I just put the lace around it as a fringe, and I just fold it in half and use it as a table dressing. Okay, these two chairs, matching chairs, I got this from the Goodwill store. I got the pillows from the Goodwill store. There were just 2 at the time. And let's see, what else do I have here to show you? Over here is a vase that I got from the Goodwill store, and I just filled it with some sprays and some decorative flowers that I got from Michael's. Okay, now let me show you over here. I have a very large collection of the ceramic houses, and over the years of moving, I have lost a number of them, and so this is basically what I have left. And some of them down here don't light up, so I try and create balance by you know, putting the ones that light up in the middle, since the ones on top I can easily plug in. This one my husband actually put a hole in there so that I can run the cord through the back, and so I didn't want to have to do that all the way down, so I didn't bother to put any lights that are battery operated down. These are the ceramic houses, and this mirror I love. Okay, so I've always wanted to be able to put a mirror up where you could see it from different avenues. Down the hall here are bedrooms, and my office is straight down the hall there. And just to be able to get up in the morning and look in here and see the mirror, I love to be able to do that. And also the alarm system is over here, and if I can be sure not to open a door, because when I walk out of my room I can see through the mirror that that red light is on, and so I know not to open the garage door to my office, and so that's a cool thing. Okay, so here is the pantry closet. This is actually a coat closet that we converted into a pantry closet. I'll show you that in a later video, because it's still not organized the way that I need it to be organized to be able to show you if it's going to help anybody. And now we're going to go into the kitchen, okay, and you'll see my cute little kitchen. I love this kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to I guess I can turn on my lights so that you can get a better view. Okay, all right, so this is the kitchen. It's, like I said, it's a small kitchen. I did manage to fit a Christmas tree in here. I managed. All right, so here is the Christmas tree. Okay, I didn't do a whole lot to it, but I did mention to you what my colors were this year. I wanted to use red, I wanted to use gold and silver, okay? And I think I accomplished that. So in here, this tree is mainly silver, mainly gold, and I did add some accents of red, but not too much. So I wanted to kind of keep the kitchen, the gold, the yellow gold color, and so here I just put a few things on the tree because this is not the major tree. And I managed to use, my plan was, and my inspiration for the gold was to be able to use the pumpkin that I used for the fall, and I got this pumpkin from AC Moore. I'm sorry, not AC Moore, from did I get it from AC Moore or Michael's? Yeah, I got it from AC Moore. I got the pumpkin last year from AC Moore around the fall, and it had orange sprays sticking out of it, and I did not get, I brought 4 pumpkins, and I wasn't able to use it because once I got it home, I misplaced it, and that's when we were living in the bigger house. So I misplaced it, and so I really didn't get to use it until this fall. And once I used it, I realized, I fell in love with it, and I realized that I did not have enough time to use it the way I wanted to use it, to utilize it. So I came up with a way to be able to convert it from the fall into the Christmas holiday. So what I did was I took the orange sprays out, those little balls that you see in there, and my friend Jennifer and I, and there's a video on that too, she put those in there. Okay, she helped me to create that look, and now it looks like a Christmas pumpkin. Okay, and as a matter of fact, I use these and we just cut them down. Okay, this Christmas tree skirt I made this Christmas tree skirt, which is double-sided. I made this Christmas tree skirt in 1991. That's how long ago I've had this. It's very wide. Let me just put this down here. My sister and I were in business together, and we had a business called Juliet and Justine's, and it was, you know, kind of like a Tupperware business. We did home shows. She did the adult line, I did the children's line, except for Christmas. We both just use our talents to create Christmas ornaments and Christmas curtains. I did the tree skirts, and I did Christmas stockings, and so we just joined our efforts together to do that. And she, by the way, is a very, very talented woman. She's a graduate of FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, and so that was a long time ago. At the time I had 7 children at the time, and I was pregnant with my 8th child. And so, you know, it was kind of difficult to do that type of business because it involved a lot of sewing, and so we did slow it down, and eventually we just ceased the business. Okay, so my daughter put the lights in the windows, and she helped me out there. This is also an item that I have in a shopping haul. This is I got from the Goodwill store, just a few dollars I paid for that. This, I just love this. I had 2 pieces of it, so I put one here over the table. It's really, well, tomorrow is Christmas, so this is the night before Christmas. It's hard to do a table setting when you have a number of people coming over. This is a smaller home, and in our other home we had ample table space, and if we didn't use the we had a dining room table, we had a table in the family room, and we also had the nook table, so we had 3 tables in our old home. Here we just have the dining room table, and we have this small table, and you know, with the kids and everything, because we have a lot of grandchildren, my husband and I, we have 17 grandchildren, with 2 on the way. So when we have family gatherings, we'll probably have to break the family up a little bit if we want to have a sit-down setting. So I decided not to put any place settings on the table. That's my point. Alright, so I just did some quick decorations. Toward the end of my decorating, I got to, you know, I said, look, I gotta wrap this up. I have to cut corners, and so therefore I just kind of threw things together. Okay, so over here is my counter space. Not nearly as large as the counter space in our other home, but it'll do. I am pleased, I'm thankful, so I'm not complaining, okay? We have to adjust. So the biggest thing is to try and keep things off the counter, because I did have a microwave on here, and we've since taken the microwave from the counter. I really like this look. I like the decorations. I have appliances that I will use in here and then put them back into the pantry downstairs, but I will not leave it on the counter because I just like the look of having space, because I do a lot of cooking and I need to be able to to move around on this counter space. So here I have another potpourri pot, and over here is the potpourri cabinet that I showed on my other shopping haul where I keep my oils. Okay, so I found a way to keep the oils upright so that they're not lying down and spilling. I purchased this from a thrift shop and it was $10, and the day I purchased it, it was $5 half price. Okay, so I'm very, very pleased with this purchase. And decoratively, you want to use items to camouflage certain things. So of course behind here I have the plug, just to show you what's behind there. Okay, this is not something that I would normally keep on the counter, but because of the plugs, I did not want it to be seen because it just doesn't look very attractive. Okay, so I have that there. All right, and I had mentioned to you about the battery operated candles. Okay, so I got these from Oregon, and I did not have to put the battery in it. It came battery ready. All I had to do was just turn it on. I like the fact that I could use these because I did put a real candle in here, and it got wax all over the inside, and so I'm pleased that I don't have to clean that out. Okay, here I have a candle holder that I got from Restoration. Was it Restoration Hardware? I got it from some thrift shop. Okay, and the candle, the battery operated candle that came with it, the bulb was cracked when I purchased it, and I have not been able to find the bulb. So what I did was I just went and put a battery operated candle. Let me show you what I have inside. I actually have one of these on the inside, okay, of this candle, which radiates and gives the same light that the other one did. Okay, and then I put this on top, and I think it looks nice. Again, here I incorporated the silver and the gold together. Okay, now I'm not completely finished organizing. Tomorrow I'm having a gathering, and I'm going to set up my candy bar here. I'm going to do that because I don't want the kids to get to the candy. The other thing is, originally my candy bar was going to be just a lot of glass, and so I tried it out a little bit, and I seen that it didn't work. I have, teenagers and older in my home, so I did put just candy corn in here. And I noticed that when my son would take candy, he wouldn't put this on properly, and I started getting a little worried, and I said, nope, it's not working. So I decided to put it in plastic containers. So this is plastic. This one is also plastic, and so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to pull together all of my plastic containers. All right, so here is my bay window, and there is so much that I could have done with this bay window, but I was running out of time, and like I said, I really needed to cut corners. If I was going to be finished to be able to relax and enjoy the holiday, I needed to just do something that would work. So actually I just put some bulbs and some Christmas balls in here, and which is a large vase, and I just set it in the window. And I did the same thing with this, and I just set it in the window, and I walked away from it. So I didn't come back until the next day, And I looked at it and I said, you know, that doesn't look too bad. And I said, maybe that's all I'll do. Because I started to put lights around it and, you know, really spend a lot of time detailing. And then I realized that I didn't have to do that. Then I said, you know what? Let me just take a couple of pumpkins and put it in there. And then I decided to take the same gold mesh that I used on a tree to coordinate with the tree to have the balance. So I went ahead and I put that there. And believe it or not, these two urn type vases that I got from the Goodwill store, I put in the window only because there was nowhere else to put it and I didn't want it to break. That's why I put that there. So that's the rhyme and the reason for this type of a decor. But then, you know, I said it works. My husband likes it because the window is very open and bare, and from outside you can see in. And once I put those two items there, he said it's perfect. Okay, so he, you know, was concerned about our privacy. All right, and then up here, I have that gold leaf garland that I also have over the table. I just hooked that up there and I just put some Christmas balls on it. Okay, this I recently got from the Goodwill store. I just thought it was so cute. So there again, I incorporated the gold and the silver. Okay, and you can see the gold and the silver here as well. Gold and silver. Okay, these are 2 pieces. This I put my rings and jewelry in when I'm at the sink. So I definitely have to have something there. Otherwise, I'll have a junk drawer. Okay, and up here, these are items that I got from the Goodwill store. It happened to be the full set, and I paid $5 for that set. Okay, and it's so cool. Let me just show you what I have inside of it. Okay, this is my go-to when I'm up here. Okay, because in here, well, it's empty right now. But what I usually put in here is my gloves. Okay, and I use them all the time, so that's why that's empty. Okay, in here, what do I have in here? Okay, I've got some tea bags in here. Okay, looks like herbal tea. And I don't know if I have anything in here, but let's take a look. Oh, I see I have rubber gloves in here too. Okay. And in this big one, it's filled with tea bags. Okay, so we don't have a shortage of tea in here. So now these I do clean often because, you know, the steam from cooking does adhere to these jars, and so I do wash them frequently. All right, and over here, let me just put this back. I got this from Amazing Savings in Rockland County, and I just love this. Okay, it wasn't very expensive. I think I paid $15 for it. And this is, you know, for drinks. I got this from the Goodwill store also. This was an extra cup. I think it was 99 cents. This I may have paid 99 cents. And so, you know, I thought that adding the silver in here was perfect. Okay. This I also got from the Goodwill store. I bought 8 of them. And I bought it for my old home. And this is before we found out that we had to move because we had a sewage problem. Okay, so I bought these to go in the Lazy Susan, and it fit perfectly. And of course, when we moved here, the Lazy Susan that I have, these are too large for it. So I had to find a way to get it to work, and this was really a good way to just put it in the corner. So I maximized the space by doing that. Okay, and this I got from Dollar Tree. Didn't put it up yet, but I thought it was cute just to leave it right there. Okay, this is where the magnets go. I can hang my pot holders and things over here. And just a little Christmas tree up on top of the refrigerator. Okay, and I think I showed you everything in here. Okay. All right, so let's go into the dining room, which also is small, but you know, I enjoy this space. Okay, what I like about this room is the built-in cupboard, and let me show you. This house has a lot of character, and this is something that you won't see in a brand new house. Okay, so that's one of the things that I love about the old houses, is because it has, you know, people really took the time to integrate things inside of a home that was so traditional. Okay, today you slap the house together and you have, you know, all this space, but you have the closet space, and you don't have any room to put things except maybe an attic. All right, so this is the glass, the original glass, and I do plan to change it one day. So what I did was I put my Christmas items. Okay, so on this side of the cabinet, I did put my Christmassy dishware in here. And on the other side, I'm trying not to close it all the way to make it easier. On the other side, I put fallware, fall dishware. Okay. All right, so because the house is smaller, I had to come up with a way to be able to serve food because there's not enough space to have extra tables. So I plan to use this counter space here between this counter, depending on how many people are here, and also the counter in the kitchen, and or the table in the kitchen. So that's what I plan to use this for. And like I said, this is a built-in cupboard type, I'm not gonna say bookshelf, but yeah, like a china china cabinet. And it has drawers. I'm not gonna show you what's in the drawers now because I have plans for my household organization video that I'm working on. So I have 3 large drawers here, and then I have space underneath here that I also put my home decor items, okay? And then I have this china closet here. And this is the one that I use primarily for wine glasses, and although I don't drink, but I do like wine glasses. And what I did was I decorated it so that the items that I have in here will look nice and decorative for the holiday. So I took these that I got from the Goodwill store that I paid. I think I paid $1.99 for this one, 99 cents for this one, and I just filled it with holiday, type things in here, and then I put it inside because what else would I use this for? Okay, so I took the wooden tops off because I didn't think that would, be very nice. But now there is something in here that I did. Like I said, I started off putting candy in the glass, and then I changed my mind and said, it's not going to work. Okay, so this is my apothecary jar, and I fill this with kisses. to you. Okay. And I don't want the kids to get to that because I could just imagine glass everywhere. Alright. So I'm going to move out of the way so you can look at what's over here. Okay, and I even put some tea light candles inside of those glasses right there, just to wake the inside of this cabinet up. Okay, and then I'll show you what's on the other side. Same thing. I do want to show you what I did over here. This is a picture frame that I use, and I just put the glass from the picture frame on the bottom, and then I put these gold leaf glasses that I have. I love these glasses. These glasses are, I got this set from a woman whose mom bought this back in the 40s, the 1940s. And so these are gold leaf, and I got the whole set from her. Okay, these are part of the set down there, and there are a few others. I'm not sure where they are. But I love punch bowls. They remind me of growing up. Okay, this is a glass serving spoon. Okay, and so that's a punch bowl. There are two more punch bowls up there, and I have another punch bowl over here. This is another punch bowl, and I have a lot of punch bowl glasses that I put up. So, and this is also, I like to take this out, this cake dish, but it's so fragile, I try not to move it around. So these days I've been using it more for decoration, but I did use that a lot, let's say 2 years ago. But right now, with all the moving and shuffling around, I just didn't want it to break. And like I said, with the house being smaller, I did not want to have that out and around. We did take the middle leaf out of this table, and so the table is smaller because the room is smaller. So we are transitioning from a larger home into a smaller home. But it's working because it's cozier. And we're learning how to come together and have dinner or other meals at the same table, whereas in the other house, we had so much space. We'd have the kids in one room, my husband and I would be in another room. But now, you know, there's definitely more cohesiveness, and I thank the Lord for that. Okay, so this is my chandelier wreath that I made, and I will link the original video for how I made this. I did it a little differently this year. I made this last year, and I changed the decor a little bit. I tried to coordinate the colors and use a lot of gold and silver and browns in this space. Okay, and basically the traditional colors you'll see in the next room that I definitely decided to use the traditional colors. So I'm going to show you another thing over here. Okay, in this area here I have this, I don't know what you would call this. It's a tray, it's kind of rustic looking. My sister gave me this. She just moved to South Carolina last week, and she's selling her house, and so she was getting rid of a lot of things. And so she gave me this, and I thought it was gold, brassy gold. And she said, no, I believe originally it's silver. And so rather than, I like the look because it went perfectly with my decor. So rather than using my silver cleaner and cleaning it, I decided to leave it just the way it is. And then here's another item that I got from the Goodwill store. And so I want to show you also, this house was built in 1956. Okay, this is the original wallpaper from this wall, from that period, and it has integrated into the wall, and it has such character that we decided to leave it the way it is. And it's got like a gold glitter coming from it. We're not sure what the imprint is. Sometimes it looks like horses, it looks like dinosaurs. We don't know what it is, but we like the fact that this house is very characteristic of that period. And this is a bureau, a dresser that I'm using in this space because I have a lot, and I have two drawers here and also cabinet space in the bottom for home decor. I have a lot of home decor items, and so I need drawers to organize, and so I just bought that in here so that I could be able to do that. Now let me show you what I did with this window. Alright, so the curtain that was here originally comes with a drawstring, okay? And I took the curtain out of the window because it covered the whole window and it made the room very closed in, and I wanted the warmth, but I also wanted to give it the appearance of a larger space. So I removed those curtains and I put these valances up, okay, in its place. And then I put this down here because, as I have mentioned before, my decor leans toward vintage and country and contemporary. So it's a eclectic mix. So that's what I have here. Like I said, the vintage, I love this chair and the pillow, and just the whole look here is very vintage. The table dressing, again, this is window dressing that I use on the table. These are little napkin holders that I have here. I like the fact that it's velvet, red and green, and this placemat is also velvet, red and green. And so I'm pretty much organizing things for tomorrow's dinner. Like I said, I'm not dressing the table with dishware because I may end up having to put just food on the table. So I just wanted to give you just a little look of what things could look like. So this is a layered look, okay? So that is it for this room, but I just wanted to show you what the kitchen bay window looks like with the lights off, because I just love the light. Okay, and we're going to go into the final room in this Christmas tour. Okay, for the last and final room that I have to show you this evening is the living room, and it's this way. It's straight through the dining area, which is this space right here that I tell you is nice and cozy, and we come in this room. This is the living room. Okay, now right here, this is a like a chop block. So in my office, I have the individual serve coffee maker, but here I can even make this an individual serving, but this is usually what I keep out when I'm having company. So I just have this set up. Like I said, I'm setting up for tomorrow. Underneath here I have things that I need for here. I'm going to put a beverage in here. And this is the entranceway when you first came in. This is the area that you were in. Okay, and it comes straight into the living room. Okay, so I just have the garland up here. As you see, the colors have changed. There's more red, okay, in this area. So this basket is a memorabilia for our family because my fourth child, was it my fourth? No. It was my sixth child. When she came home from the hospital, she had to sleep in this basket for a few days. Okay, and that is because she was born December 21st. As a matter of fact, she just turned 28 years old. Okay, she was born December 21st. I came home from the hospital December 24th, Christmas Eve, and my husband and I went Christmas shopping. And I had to buy the stroller and all kinds of stuff because I just didn't get to do it prior to that. So this basket I've used every year since I stopped putting babies in it because each baby afterwards got a chance to sleep in here. I just made it a tradition. But now I use it to hold the Christmas stockings that I made. Now this Christmas stocking I think was the last Christmas stocking I made. I haven't made any in years, but I made this one, maybe 5 years ago. I think that's the last time I made Christmas stockings. I made this one for myself, and I made this one for my husband, and I made it out of the same fabric that you've seen the tree skirt made out of. Okay, and these I made some years ago. I made this one with a pocket, okay, which I usually put a candy cane in. All right, so that's what's in here. Here's my Christmas hat. And this hat I got from the Dollar Tree, and I got it because I have a warm cozy that matches this. And that I haven't located yet since we moved. Okay, this is one of my favorite chairs. This wooden chair I've had, 15 years I have this chair. And so I just usually decorate it with pillows. Okay, so again, adding the fabric to a space gives a warm, cozy look, and you can tell that it is curtains again that I've used as a dressing for this table. Okay, and this room is still under redecoration. We didn't get our, we have our widescreen television that we did not put up yet. That's going to go here on the wall, but we decided to wait until after Christmas before we put it up. So this is the TV that I have been using in my bedroom. So we've just been keeping this out here, and it's too dark for you to see the sunroom, but there's another room. It's outdoors and it's enclosed with a screen. That's our sunroom area. I'm sure you've seen it before in my other videos. Okay, so we have two couches in here, and this one couch over here we used to section off the dining area. It would, appear larger if we didn't have the couch here, but we have these two sofas here. It worked well in our other home because we needed large furniture because the house was large. Okay, and this lampshade I just got from the Goodwill store. I bought this lamp from the Goodwill store with a wider lampshade in white, and it was just really too large. I liked the lamp, but it just bothered me that it was so large. So I was there about 2 weeks ago. I saw this and I knew it would fit, and it did. Okay, so again, I put garland up here, And I added the red because the colors I said were red, gold, and silver, okay? And those were going to be the primary colors. And so I added some garland, some jeweled garland up there to try and incorporate the gold. Over here is the fireplace, and connected to the fireplace is a bookcase. All right, it's perfect. Like I mentioned before, this is an old house and it has a lot of character. All right, so I incorporated some ribbon in red just to give the continuity, and the glass, that's the other thing, the gold, the silver, the glass, and the red, and the beading, and I have whites. I think the colors coordinate very nicely. And the glass vase here. What I love about this bookcase is that underneath here, there is a plug outlet. And as a matter of fact, there's something in here that I did not plug. So I'm gonna do that now, and you'll see what comes on. Let's see. There it goes. That just came on. I'm going to turn it off so you'll see what just came on. Alright, that, and let's see what else comes on. I just think that this is just so convenient. Okay, alright. And so I did it where I could just easily lift this up and organize that. So I love this little window here. And I love the fact that I can put my craft books and my cooking books right here where I would need it most. Okay, those are two other Christmas stockings that I had made. Like I said, when my sister and I were in business together, we made a lot of those. I had been using those Christmas stockings in my windows. I made at least 100 of them and sold most of them. Alright, so I have this little village up here, which my son said reminds him of the Grinch. How the Grinch stole Christmas. And I don't think I have that lit up. I'm going to see if it comes on. And okay, there's a tree that I got, and I think I paid $25 for that at Kmart. That tree. I'm gonna see if the batteries are in it because I used it last year, for most of the year, and it lights up in clear and two other colors. I'm gonna check and see if it does. Okay, so I put batteries in it, and you get to see what it looks like. It changes colors. I can leave it on this setting, or I can just leave it on the setting where it just stays clear. Okay, and that I got from Kmart, and it cost me $25. That was last year. Okay, and lastly for my tree, one second. Let me put lights on. Okay, so this is my Christmas tree that I have been working on for weeks. So if you look at my one of my previous videos, I'll find the one and I'll leave the link to it below. You'll see what the tree looked like before I started decorating it. And I believe that I transformed it into a lady, okay? So now she's all dressed up. And if you look at the details and the ornaments are just beautiful. Okay, I'm very, very pleased with how I have transformed this tree. I have used some flocking to create this snowy look on a plain tree. And this is a spinning tree. However, I was unable to get it to spin because of the extra lights that I had to put on here. I wanted to put red on here, and spinning would have just wrapped it, you know, until it wouldn't be able to spin anyway. So I took off the spinning feature and just kept it still. I just used that almost like a lacy look of this piece of fabric that I just put underneath there in red. And this is the Jaclyn Smith collection tree skirt that I used. I also put some grapevine wreath. I took it apart and I added it to the tree to give it some character and also to make it wider. Okay, that's a star that I've used every year on my tree. So the tree that I used that star on for the last 6 years, so it would have been this year, we were still in the house. The other tree was 9 feet, and so we did want a larger tree, and so I did create a larger look. And then I have the treatment on the top of the window where I just incorporated the same colors of the tree. Actually, as I was doing the tree, I was coordinating the tops of both windows so that I was able to create the same balance. Okay, I know what I'll do differently next year because I really didn't want to have to trail it that way, and you know, with the cord, and I did cover the cord as much as I could. And I did want to take it down and do it over because I don't like to see cords, and I found a way to do it. I did it over on the other side and got rid of a lot of cords, so I know what to do differently for next year. But this is the bay window that I spoke about in my previous video. The same gold curtains that I had in the dining room window that used this string to pull the curtains open and close, I took off this window and I put these valances here to give it a more open look, okay? And I don't know, you may be able to see in the sunroom. Let me see if I can put the light on in the sunroom. Okay, so that area we're still working on. It's not too clean in there. We'll get to vacuum it in the morning because that's where I had all of my Christmas decorations before I started moving it inside. Okay, so I love this bay window. I like the fact that, you know, I have space here to be able to put these lights or any decorations, and I just made like a snowy effect alongside the window, and I'm pretty pleased with what I've done, and it did take a whole lot of time. So I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad I'll be able to sit back and relax. Alright, so on this table, I'm going to be putting food on this table, maybe some hors d'oeuvres and snack type items, cheese and crackers will go on here. And I wanted to show you this fabric. I love this fabric. Like I said, if I didn't put this fabric on the table, what you would see is just glass, and that's pretty, okay? But it wouldn't be able to hold the look of the rest of the room because it would just be too light. So putting this fabric and the color of this fabric just made it heavier and made it coordinate with the other colors. So it's really nice tapestry type fabric. So that is all that I have here. tomorrow is Christmas, and we will be entertaining throughout the house and even downstairs, so I am going to upload some videos and let you see the interaction of my family, and you know, we'll have some family members here tomorrow and the members of the household, so I will let them say hello to you. Alright, so that's it. That's all I have for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a long time to put together, but it's a lot of work. And because it took so long and because it's a lot of work, I have no intention on taking it down anytime soon. So please let me know what you think about the tree, our new home. Give me a like, comment, and I am looking forward to new subscribers. So let me know who you are. I'd love to connect with you and have dialogue. Okay? So until I see you again, Merry Christmas.